Do you want to be the biggest tryhard in your Minecraft SMP? Let me show you how to do that by getting you, like, 4 shulkers of netherite gear. You know, 1 per armor piece, I guess. Step 1 with this is you're gonna want to have a few farms ready for you. Some farms you may want to make your life easier include a gunpowder farm, an iron farm, a raid farm, a sugarcane farm, an XP farm, of which I recommend the guardian farm buying an XP4. I'll just over there real quick. This design where these guys, they go into portals, they come from up there, and it gives like a bunch of XP. It's very, very good. I always use this to enchant my stuff. And lastly, a food farm, which you don't necessarily need an actual food farm. You can just get farmers that give you the golden carrot trade. That's also pretty good. But, you know, hoglin farms are very easy, and, you know, those are pretty good early game. Some other really helpful things include a wither skeleton farm, in case you want to get beacons to mine out stuff, and also, you know, to help you in other farms. Several shulker boxes, that way, you know, you have enough room to store your stuff, you know. Maybe you want to get some shulkers for unbreaking and mending, maybe for your enchants, you know, whatever valuable stuff you have. Fireworks, it's the main thing. Food, you know, stuff like that. You're obviously going to want to have your 4 shulkers of main armor pieces. You're going to want to have an elytra. I have my elytra here, which is a custom item from the Vixo data pack on the server I planned. You should come join us. It's very, very cool. This is just elytra, but, you know, armor. Some very good gear, as you can see. Very, very good gear. Again, Vixo data pack lets you put 2 protection types on an armor. It's very, very cool. Sorry for the selling out. A good potion setup, so that way you can brew enough potions for fire resistance to get netherite. Because I'm going to show you a very good way to get netherite, which I don't think many people use. And then, obviously, probably the most important, or one of the most important things, is villagers. You're going to want to have a mending villager, a depth strider 3 villager, an aqua affinity villager. You're going to want to have a feather falling villager, maybe a protection villager if you need a, you know, of protection 4, fire prot 4, whatever types you need. Maybe a thorns 3 villager if you want to put thorns on your armor, like on your chestplate. A respiration 3 villager, an unbreaking 3 villager. This is like all the main stuff you're going to want. So if you have all of that, and you're just trying to move on to actually getting the gear, I'll go ahead and show you how you start. So you're going to want to have your shulkers, 4 shulkers probably, and, you know, and each of these is going to be a specific type of armor piece. So, you know, helmets, chest plates, leggings, boots. And let's see. I'll go ahead and start enchanting for chest plates. So grab yourself your diamonds. Grab your lapis, a good amount of it. I just tried to collect a very good amount. As you see here, I have a little under stack, and that's a pretty good amount. And you're also going to want to have some books. Those are very, very important. You're going to want to get yourself a shulker of mending and unbreaking, because those are the 2, like, especially mending is the only one that you really need to get, like, a big amount of. And, you know, I already used up my mending for my helmet, so I don't have one on me, but I'm gonna get that right now, and then I'll show you guys the enchanting process. So, like, when you have, you know, the farms you want and you're ready to just get onto it, a few things you want to get is enough lapis, enough diamonds, you know. I usually don't have enough by I'm trying to finish one of the armor pieces, so you gotta go back and mine some more, but that's alright. Gonna want some extra books. Books are really, really handy. This will give you enchants that you may need, and enchants you also may want. You're gonna want a shulker box of mending, maybe a shulker of unbreaking. That's not entirely necessary. It can just save your skin if you're trying to enchant and you don't have unbreaking. And, you know, you're gonna have a separate shulker for the piece you're enchanting. So I'm here at the XP farm that I use, the XO4 Guardian farm. What you're basically gonna do is, you know, you enchant, try to get what you want, check both the book and the armor piece you're enchanting to see if there's anything you want. If there's not, just grab the cheapest enchantment and rhinestone it. See if there's anything you want. Blast Prot doesn't give me anything good, I disenchant that. You know, it's just basic enchanting, but you're just trying to get good enchants, that way you can save time. I'm gonna take that Fire Prot 3 in case I'm gonna use that. Fire Prot 4, yeah, that's pretty good. And once you get something good, you can grab your mending, and if you want to grab another enchant like thorns, you can do that. I believe I have one right in here. No, I don't. Alright, I'll just need to grab one later. And then you can basically just put that on your piece of armor, and you're good to get a nice piece of armor, kind of like that. And you just repeat that, like, as many times until you get yourself a full shulker of armor. Just like this. Okay, so I've just spent a couple weeks getting all of this. As you can see, I've already got the helmets, netherite. I spent a little time doing that, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how to get netherite like really quickly. If you don't already do this strategy, it is probably the best one. Better than TNT mining. Better than all that. It is really, really good. Let me just get my things in order, I guess. Okay, so there's a few main things you're gonna want for this. First of all, you're gonna have your elytra. You're gonna have a good amount of rockets, so I'm just gonna grab myself a few just stacks of rockets. Probably, like, Flight Duration 3 is the best if you can manage those, but if you can't, just get as many low amounts as Flight Duration ones as you can, because I don't know if 2 are that good. Then you're gonna want to get yourself some fire resistance potions. As many as you want. You only really need, like, 4, if you're able to do this nicely, I guess. You know, 6 is good, so I'll just give myself 6. Because, you know, that's simple and easy as 2 brews. Then, probably the next most important thing you're gonna want is something to turn the lava fog off, I believe. Yeah, I just used this mod to turn off lava fog, and you're gonna want that. And so then, as you can see here, I can see in the lava very, very clearly. I can see all the ores and stuff. Just chill. And this is the strat. You give yourself a fire resistance potion, and you're flying around in the lava with your elytra and fireworks, finding netherite on the bottom of the floor. And let me just see if I can find a vein right now. I've already mined a lot around here, so I don't know if I can, but I'm not splashing fire resistance potion yet, because I'm not ready to get started. I just want to show you guys that this strat is, like, actually good. Okay, well, right there, you can see that little lava pocket. That's where I mined some before, right? Right there, too. if that's probably not enough proof, but, you know, the strat works, right? And then probably the last thing that you're gonna want, last 2 things, are more texture packs. And that would be something to show you the netherite more easily, and also this texture pack, netherite lava mining, which it basically just turns all nether ores and a lot of, like, darker blocks similar to Ancient Debris Killer. It just turns them to netherrack. So as you can see, yeah, I can see that ore there. There'd probably be, like, nether quartz around and stuff, but there's none of that, so just go get myself a potion, and we're gonna start mining. And I believe, let me do the calculations real quick. So I just got an invalid session, I'm restarting my game, but you need 108 ancient debris to get yourself 27 netherite, whatever. Alright, so I'm back in the game, and what you're basically gonna just do is, you know, go into, if you already use this strat, you know, just go into a different direction that you normally go from, and you're just gonna go mining out the netherite that you find. And this strat is really good, because you can get, like, half a stack in just a few minutes. You can even do, like, better rates than that, depending on how good you are at this, and depending on how much netherite you're finding. So yeah, I'm gonna get myself all of this ancient debris that I need. Again, 108. And once we have that, I will just resume this, and, you know, I'll show you guys good methods to get diamonds if you already know that. Alright, so with that many stacks of fireworks I had, and this many fire res potions I got, this much ancient debris. Alright, so I'm just smelting up that ancient debris real quick, and I'm going to go ahead and make myself as many of these as I can get. So I got 18, I'm gonna need more, and I'm gonna show you guys a good diamond mining method in just a second. So right on down here, let me just go into my basement and into the convenient hole. Oh wait, can I? Okay, yeah, I should not do that while zooming in. Anyway. So here I've got an array of tunnel borers, and, you know, I've got 10 here, and I'd say this is, like, one of the best methods to get yourself some diamonds. It's either this, or finding, going into oceans and going into strange pockets in the generation, which will usually lead you to big caves. Like, going into an ocean ravine may lead you into a big cave if you just mine through, like, the bottom of a floor or in a wall or something that looks odd. One thing you just need to be careful about when building these is that you don't accidentally, like, have a creeper blow you up, because I've had that happen one too many times. It's, not the best. If your server allows it, you can use, like, free cam back the path, but I usually just either fly back and forth with rockets, or just, like, spear around it. And so, as you can see, this is giving me diamonds. I usually haven't gotten this many diamonds in one one friggin' explosion, but, you know, that's chill. We like a good amount of diamonds, and so, you know, you just want to get yourself a couple stacks of diamond ores if you can, and that's if you have silk touch, otherwise just get yourself as many diamonds. And I'll go ahead and link the design that I used in the description, I'll also put it up on screen right now. And this is like the best tunnel board design that I've ever found, I think. This one is just the most reliable, it's like one of the easiest, it's one of the most satisfying because it's instantly dispense, unlike some designs, so. Okay, so I've got myself a few diamonds here, a stack and 20, which is pretty good. I'll mine these up and see how many I get real quick. Okay, so we got 21 diamond blocks and 5 diamonds. If I am correct, I should have enough to make all the trims I need for the netherite that I have, but let's see. Not quite there, but very, very close. I'm just gonna go ahead and steal some from this stash. Should be fine. So, 27, need a little bit more, I think that's about 2 diamond blocks. Bang! And, wait. Okay, you know what, I'll just take that since there's one in here, I'll just put that in there, I guess, that's fine. Put that back away, and now I can go ahead and do this. I should have the netherite that I need. every one of these pieces netheritified, or whatever the word. Bang. And so, you know, obviously I was talking about how you could get the Swift Sneak and Swift Speed and whatnot if you want to get that. I'm not going to do that. I did do that before with Swift Sneak and Swift Speed, but I don't think I'm going to do that this time because there's not really a need, and it only ends up being for the flex, so yeah. Alright, thank you for watching, and, have a good day, have a good week. Come join us over at LTSMP. Goodbye.